What is up? What is up? What is up? What is going on, guys? Before I start this war video, I wanted to show you I duped my ghost finally. I'm so proud of this, man. So if you're wondering how I got it duped, I didn't record the crystal opening, but I pulled her and I could not be any happier. On to the war. Season 11, war number 8. We matched New Nation. Very good alliance, tough alliance, and I think this alliance is like pretty legit, pretty straight laced like us, and they I don't think they've been like docked or pilot or anything like that. So much respect to these guys. I go into this first fight versus Morningstar, and it's linked. This is past 7, and I get caught. And look at this Bane damage I take. So I'm like, all right, I got to get this parry off. And after that, this fight ends quickly. But I lost so much health there from that Bane damage. And my boy Nims is messaging me as per usual. I swear, every single war video I ever have, I always get a notification. It doesn't matter. I mean, check them out. You can look and see for yourself. It never fails. Somebody is always messaging me. Something is happening. But on to the next fight. Man, I forget who this is. Oh, yeah, it's a Gwyn pull. That's why it's forgettable. This fight is going to be easy breezy. But, yeah, getting back to New Nation, I mean, they're pretty legit guys. And like I said, I respect these guys, and they are good. And if you don't get off to a great start versus these guys or any Master Alliance, and as a matter of fact, I mean, you kind of put yourself behind the ball. And unfortunately, in this war, we had a couple very early deaths, and it kind of continued to snowball from there. But it seems like when you're in a war and you die early and the other team takes a big lead, it kind of like sets the tone almost for the whole war, where you're like, okay, are we ever going to be able to come back? And then people make mistakes and might not boost as much or might not heal up as much. And I just think it sets the whole... I don't know. It could just be me, but that's just my opinion on that matter. All right, on to the Aegis Heavy node. And I'm thinking this is a 6-star duped rank 2. So I'm thinking this is either a Nihilus or a Void, because it has the node where you get a weakness on you if you stay too close to him. And Void, that counts as one of his debuff, and you start taking damage. So this is actually a good placement for Void. You're going to take basically damage on this fight, because if you stay too close for him for too long, you're going to get a weakness on you, and you'll start ticking. And so, I mean, this fight is, of course, this guy's running 5-5 Limber. I swear I run into every single person that runs 5-5 Limber. But when it's when you get 2 debuffs on you, if you get one from him naturally and one of the weakness from the node, man, you're degenning at 600 a tick. And like right there, 605. So to keep that weakness debuff off you, and also to make sure you get your 10 hits in from his debuffs that he's going to be placing on you, it's kind of a lot to handle for a little bit. So you just got to play this fight carefully, and like I said, you're going to take damage on it, but you don't have to worry about the Aegis Heavy. That they kind of like throw that out of the way to get the weakness on you instead with Void. But not terrible placement, actually pretty good placement, and this is the first time I've seen Void on this node, actually. And I know there was a Void with that exact node in Variant 3 that was giving a lot of people problems. So I don't know if they got the idea from that, but if not, hey, good call on that placement. So we go into the next day, and I got a linked aspect to evolution. I boost big, and I'm thinking this is a Havok, and yeah, it is. But the reason that I do this one linked is because the other one is linked with heal block, and the guy that was on path 8 is running suicides, so it kind of just made sense for me to go first this time, even though we normally let path 8 go first. But I just decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and and take this link. So what I want to do versus Havok is bait out his special 2. And if he follows the plan and throws special 2s and not special 1s, this is an easy fight. And that's just my main goal this entire time. I got the 200% tech boost on, so I'm going to be gaining a lot of power back. And also my ghost skills duped now it's kind of weird for me because I was always unduped. I played her for so long unduped that it's weird for me to phase through more than one hit now. You know what I mean? When you're unduped, you're always just phasing one hit and then going in and getting that crit from the medium. But with being duped, you kind of want to phase a couple hits and then go in because, you know, every phased hit, you're gaining power. So the Havok fight went very, very well. There's not much I can say about that. I just think that, like, it went as good as you can get. I don't think I lost a single point of health, and that's always great versus Havok, especially with it linked with the other node, which I think it was Aspect of Evolution that's linked with. So next fight's a Yondu here, and this has the protection node on it. So every 5 seconds, if he loses more than 3% of his health, he goes into a 5-second cooldown. So you'll see, like, one of my hits of the special 2 is going to, not do that much damage, but the other 2 hits will. So right there, he gets protection. The middle part of my special 2 only did 4K instead of, like 13 or 14K. But, yeah, I'm just trying to stay close to him because of the node and throw it back to back. I love doing that with Ghost back to back, but you got to be careful with that special 3 because things can happen, and you will see that later in this war. All right, so here's where being an officer, and I wouldn't say we're in the top tier of an alliance, but we're in the tier 1 war rating. We're in the top, 0.10% of alliances in this game, and when you're an officer, sometimes you got to make decisions that aren't necessarily the best, but just to kind of like protect the rest of your battle group. And this was one of the decisions that I made. I was boosted up. There's a lot better options for Thing than Ghost, but we're into the season. We're 8 wars into the season now, and everybody's potions are running out. Boosts are running low. My guys, they're feeling it. And when you're competitive like this, we don't have a lot of whales in our alliance. That's kind of what separates our alliance. We don't. There's not a lot of people that spend a ton of money in our alliance. So potions are all bought with glory. And when you're constantly taking on these tier 1 wars versus master alliances and stuff like that, you're gonna use potions. You're gonna max your health every fight, and you could spend a lot. Spend a lot of resources on war, and this is one of the reasons why I made the decision. I said, you know what? Like, I'm boosted up already. We have better counters than Ghost right now on this thing, but I want to do as much as I can do to save the other guys, some items. And I also, I said, I still have, potions in my overflow and everything like that. So I said, you know what, let me just go in, see what I can do versus Thing. And then, what, I'll even try to take the next mini. And at this point in the war, it was over. We were getting crushed anyways. So it didn't really make a lot of sense to have somebody heal up and take somebody else in versus this Thing. So I just went for it, and I played this fight really well actually. It's dismay, so you don't want to get hit. If you get hit, you're kind of screwed. But I make this one mistake right here. He had 15 rock stacks, and I went in and accidentally threw a medium and hit him, and he basically took all my health. So stuck in the corner, and I got to throw this special 3, and doesn't do much damage because I think protection's up. And I'm ticking at 370 a tick from the dismay, so I'm gonna be screwed anyways. I'm not gonna be able to get him the rest of him down. So I just decide that you know what? I'm done. So I die there, and I heal up. Like I said, I have the potions right now, and I don't want my other guys to use any right now at this war for a pointless war. If I can do some, take down some of these guys that you're gonna either have to boost up against or potion up against, I'll take the fall for this. So I throw in a special start one boost, and honestly, for no other reason than just to try to get this and the next fight down. And the next fight is Magik. And this fight I was pretty confident in, but the guy's running MD, and it kind of screwed me a little bit. And as you can see, I use freaking 11 items this war. But I'm not complaining. Like I said, my guys do a lot of work in Battle Group 3. They're awesome, and anything I can do to try to give back to them and make sure that they're good for the next war, I'm gonna do. So this guy's running MD, and I don't know what strength it is, but it's I thought for sure this was gonna be like a pretty easy fight for me, and it's not. I'm just trying to think, like the limbo obviously isn't helping any. I get a few special attacks off without triggering the limbo and everything, but my plan is just to go ham, throw like 3 back-to-back combos in a row and end her, but it doesn't go as planned, and you're gonna see here that her power just you see it keeps jumping up when those buffs end, and you're just like, oh crap, like this is actually really good placement, especially for like a ghost taking this fight, which, like I said, there's better matchups, but like I'm gonna take this. So I'm looking good, decent, and the limbo's all right. Here we go. I'm gonna go for my finale, back to back. Get her down. Nope, back to back again. Oh my goodness, I wasn't fast enough. I seriously just lost this fight at 3% health. So you can see I phased back, and then as soon as I hit my special, she threw her special 3 and got me. Oh man, that was heartbreaking. Even though this war was lost and everything like that, that was heartbreaking to me. But hey man, you know what? It happens. We're gonna take this loss and move on to the next war and put it behind us. So thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy your day.